Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today. What Spirit wants you to know at this time. So literally anything could come through. So we're going to be tapping into our angels and our spirit guides. Just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that does not. Today's Organite is called the Archangel Metatron Organite, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. And the 4 decks I'm going to be using here today are from the Intuit Oracle. So I will put the links down below where you guys can get these beautiful decks. So before we get into it, yesterday, I don't know what the heck was wrong with me, but I woke up thinking it was the full moon in Leo. I don't get it. I still don't understand how that happened. So I went ahead and posted all the astrological signs, not only on my YouTube channel here, but also on TikTok and Instagram. And I kept saying full moon in Leo. The thing is, the energy that I got from that was what's holding us back. So regardless of whether or not it was the full moon in Leo, doesn't matter. You know, you may still have resonated with those messages, but I understand if some of you guys just wanted to skip it. So my point is I will be doing, not for all astrological signs, just I'm going to do like a collective reading on Friday, which is the full moon in Virgo. I got that right this time. So anyways, thanks for bearing with me, you guys. And thanks for just kind of, making light of the situation in the comments. I really appreciate you guys. So anyways, let's get into the reading. We're going to go ahead and grab basically a topic from each deck here. Okay, so this is their newest Oracle deck. So this is one that you can pre-order because it's still in that Kickstarter phase, but it's a really beautiful angel oracle. So let's see what angel wants to come through at this time. What angel is coming through and with what message? Okay, so I don't know how to say some of these names, so I'm not going to butcher them, but Barbiel, Angel of Compassion. So this is talking about a metamorphosis, a shifting of consciousness, a peaceful change, light codes, or transformation. So this is the affirmation. I aid ascension through transformational soul healing and alignment with my higher purpose. Wow. So this particular angel is connected to the stone obsidian. So obsidian is all about, protection. We also have the month of October and then following your intuition. So we're really connecting with our intuition. Now, October is my favorite month. Can anybody figure out why? Because that's the month of Halloween. It's like my most favorite month ever. Anyways, but Angel of Compassion, I feel like this is telling us to be compassionate with ourselves, or maybe even be compassionate with other people that are going through shifts and changes. Sometimes that's really difficult, Sometimes we're really hard on ourselves, or we're just, really being hard on ourselves when we're trying to learn something, or we're working through something, or whatever it is. And same thing with other people. Let's just say somebody decided that they wanted to get healthy, or they wanted to stop drinking. I'm just using that for an example. Sometimes they can start acting different, or they don't want to do certain things that they used to do. And that can sometimes be hard. And so I feel like we're supposed to have some sort of compassion, not only for ourselves, but for other people that are going through some sort of a transformational shift. There's some sort of healing that's taking place, so we can align ourselves with our purpose and our mission. I've been friends with people before where all of a sudden, like, they're no longer doing this or they're no longer doing that. And it's kind of a bummer because that used to be our connection. That used to be like our thing. And so it made it difficult, to kind of go along with that transformation. You eventually get there, but it can sometimes be frustrating or kind of a bummer, So I don't know. I'm just getting that channel message for somebody out there. So this is called the Zodiac 108 Oracle. So let's go ahead and get a card with this. We have Pearl. This is beautiful. I love that card. Emotional force opening up. This is about wisdom and honesty, intuition. So we have 2 cards that are indicating some sort of intuition. Something about the moon. It does say loyalty, the subconscious mind, hidden things, diving deep. There's layers and developing character. Ooh, I really like this because this to me is something that's developing over a period of time. Obviously, that pearl isn't just, made, it's developed over a period of time. So it's developing some sort of character. So I feel like maybe you, the viewer, are going through this transformation and you're turning into this magnificent pearl. You might not feel like that pearl. You might not look in the mirror and see that pearl just yet, but that's who you truly are. I love this. So let's see what else. This is the Intuit Oracle. This is the original. We have bouquet, happy, harmony, beauty, creative, a gift, art, warmth, contentment, reconciliation, and love. Okay, so if you guys are, let's just say, in separation with someone and there's some kind of like major transformation going on, as in both of you have agreed that maybe we just need to take some time apart. We really love each other, right? But I'm going through this and you're going through that, or I just need some time to kind of get my life straight. But there's this common love, all right? I'm not talking about somebody who's dumped you and left you, who's off screwing around, cheating, doing something with someone else. It's not that kind of energy. It's not a toxic energy. This is somebody who there may have been an agreement here. You're giving them the gift of unconditional love while they take care of themselves. Or maybe somebody's gifting you. They have this compassion for you to, take the time that you need to take care of yourself, to work on yourself, to develop who you truly are. Sometimes people just need time and space to figure out what they want and who they are. It doesn't always have to be a personal thing, like this person doesn't love us or care about us because they need time for themselves. When we're in this energy of compassion, we can see things from a higher consciousness. We're not so connected or need this dependency of another person in like a 3D way. We're able to kind of ascend and see things from that like a higher 5D consciousness. That's just what I'm getting here. So there's an opportunity to not only gift yourself compassion, but also gifting another person who maybe is struggling right now, the compassion that they need. So give them the gift of unconditional love and understanding. Again, this is not somebody who's abusing you or hurting you in that way. I mean, you may take it a little personally, but this is not a toxic energy that I'm picking up on. This is two people that truly love each other, and they're not trying to hurt each other. They actually love each other enough to take a break. Okay. This could be a family member, a friend, a coworker, a lover, an ex, whatever this is. Just take it how it resonates for you. All right, so we're going to go into the Controversa Tarot and get a tarot card to kind of tap into the rest of this energy, and then we're going to shift subjects. Empress, divine feminine. So some of you guys may consider yourself to be a divine feminine, or if you're a masculine, this could be your divine feminine. But whatever this is, it's a beautiful, mothering, nurturing energy. Okay, and I really love this because, are you guys seeing this? Beauty and art. Beauty and art. Okay, I don't know what that means, but those two words are coming. I mean, when we think of a pearl, mother of pearl, that's coming through as well. There's like a mother energy here. A mother with her child. It's not that you're trying to take care of someone like a child, but you are being asked to, again, unconditionally love someone enough to either hold space for them or to just kind of understand that maybe they just don't have all of the answers right now and they're going to need some time to figure it out. So you're holding this loving space. You're not putting your life on hold. This is not an abusive situation. A lot of people want to misconstrue that. This is a very high vibrational energy. So I'm just really pointing that out. Some of you guys also too may want to have a child. You may want to create a life or create something with someone, and they may just not be able to give that to you right now. So have that compassion to see things from a higher perspective. Try not to allow your ego to kind of enter into the picture and, like convince you, I need this and I need that. A lot of conditions that we're placing on another person. Really try to be detached and unconditionally love this person from afar and let them do them while you do you. Okay. If it's meant to be, the two of you will find yourselves on the same page once again. And if not, that may just simply mean that there's a lesson in here for you to hold compassion, even if it doesn't work out. Okay. Because that's the beauty in the lesson of unconditional love. You realize sometimes that you don't have unconditional love for someone. You don't. Because if they don't do what you want them to do, or they're not acting a certain way, then in a way, it's almost like you're punishing them. You're passively, aggressively punishing them. You're holding contempt for them. That's not an unconditional love. So there's a lesson here in unconditional love. Something is developing, something is taking time, like this beautiful pearl. You may wish for somebody to open up, to come to you, something like that. And somebody may be really resisting. Give them time, give them compassion, but remember always to take care of you too. Okay? I love that message. My God. All right, so let's go ahead and get another. Let's get a shift in the message. Let's get something either different or maybe it's connected. We have Zuriel, angel of harmony and vitality. Beautiful. Feeling complete. Okay, that's the thing. So sometimes we feel empty. Sometimes we feel like something is missing. So there's something about going within and creating that wholeness within. So we also have wisdom, evolution, evolving, plan B. So the message I'm also getting when I'm reading this is that some of us may have a one-track mind. We have a particular goal in sight, and if it doesn't work out, then we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what we're going to do. We don't know how we're going to live. So we're being asked from this angel to come up with a plan B, because if your ideas or your dreams include another person, you have free will, and so does your person, to change the script at any time. So you want to make sure that you're continuously open to evolving, and you are balancing out the disharmony in your life with other people by not completely losing yourself if it doesn't work out or if it doesn't happen. So the affirmation here is, I help you achieve balance. So this is like this angel saying this to you, actually. I help you achieve balance from a change in perspective, compromise, and by finding common ground. So I like the September and October. So there's something about autumn and fall here, but the stone is topaz. That's actually my birthstone, topaz, but that's for November. So we have the time month of September, and then the key word is find another way. Okay. So it's maybe not a straight and narrow path. There may be something else that is either a part of the plan or there's a curveball. So we kind of got to be open. We can't have that. I mean, we can, but we're going to really struggle if we have that one track mind. So we need to be more flexible. This to me is kind of like the temperance's energy, where we're realizing that there's a process here, kind of like that pearl. There's a process to things. Something isn't going to happen overnight. We need to make sure that we're stable in our own energy instead of maybe putting all of our hopes and dreams and pinning it on a particular thing, person, or situation. We need to open ourselves up to alternative plans, alternative thinking, because if we don't, we're really going to drop hard if it doesn't work out as planned. All right, let's get another. Ooh, yeah, you definitely don't want to cuff yourself to a particular thing or a particular outcome or situation. So we might really want to hang on very tightly to something, an idea, a person. But when we do this, we end up losing ourselves. So we are being asked to, instead of suppress ourselves in this way, we need to break free, because if we don't, we're going to hold ourselves back, you guys. That's it. We're going to incapacitate ourselves. So, and we're also going to like give someone else or give another situation outside of ourselves all of our power. So we got to find a way to be okay if something doesn't happen. I don't know what that is exactly for all of you guys, because it can mean something different for a lot of people, but we need to let go. Yeah, see, that's the key. Okay, there is a solution here. There is another way. There is another way to kind of like unlock. Oh, I love this. I didn't even just put this together till now. The key, unlocking the handcuffs. Do you guys see how magical this is? You can take this key right now. You know, I know it's not that simple, you guys, but I do believe that sometimes epiphanies and realizations and divine intervention happens for people all the time. You know, you might even see it as a miracle, like, oh my God, I don't know, there was something about the vibration of the message, this particular, energy, this particular day, this message that's coming through that just helped me to release and let go. Okay, it's not me per se, the reader. It's just the messages, the vibration of spirit coming through and really handing you the key. You hold the key. No one else truly has power over you unless you let it. So if some of you guys are struggling with feeling suppressed, in a state of bondage, just feeling powerless, it's not true. It's just a misbelief. It's not the case. So you are being asked, I am getting to maybe even pray or to ask for assistance from your higher power or your angels or your guides or whoever you guys connect to really help you to obtain this key. Take this key, put it in these handcuffs, and unlock yourself from whatever this is that is suppressing you in this life or at this time. I love this. So we have these keywords here. Insight, clarity. We're breaking out of those handcuffs. I can't believe it. We're liberating ourselves. We're unlocking these handcuffs. And we have this helpful key that's coming to us through this angel and saying that the feeling of being complete is within you. It's not with this person or this thing. And sometimes we do have the tendency to say, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll feel happy when this person comes back, or when this person and I are together, or when I get this job, or when I lose this weight, or whatever the deal is. It simply isn't true. And it doesn't mean you won't experience some happiness, but it's not going to make you feel whole. Because if you're feeling empty now, that fullness is not going to come from something outside of you. It's only something that can be obtained within. And that's the key here for someone. Okay? Wow. Amazing messages. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups energy, but it is reversed. We have re-engaged, seizing the day. Proactive, focus, engagement, enthusiasm for life, gratitude, and self-awareness. I love this, okay? First of all, the Four of Cups in the upright position. I mean, let's go ahead and just read it. Missed opportunities, bored, weary, reluctant, we're depressed, we're unmotivated, we're dissatisfied. Usually this can occur because we have been denied something, or we don't like what we have in front of us because we're focused on, let's just say, the grass being greener on the other side. We're just not really happy. We're bored, we're disinterested, whatever. This can also be someone else in our life. So when people are in this energy, they have a tendency to not see things from the sunnier side. They see everything as negative, or they're looking through the eyes of their traumas. Okay, so they don't believe in love. They don't believe in, they're not positive. They're not optimistic. So when you're dealing with somebody like that, especially if you're trying to connect with them, you're really going to find yourself on the short end of the stick, because they're not going to be able to show up in an equal way. They're not going to be able to participate with you in a positive way because they're so broken down in this energy. So the fact that this is coming through, you're like re-energized. You're finally aware of what the key is. Okay, you've been given the key. It's like an epiphany. It's this sudden awareness. It could be something that just, it all clicked together. And sometimes that's how spirit works. We search so hard and so long for answers that when sometimes we just let go, it's amazing how the clarity comes. It's amazing how it makes sense. We just get it. It clicks into place. There was something that I was struggling with for so long, and I know I've talked about it a lot on my channel, and people ask, well, how did you let that go? I didn't try. That's the thing. It just happened, and it really felt like I was being released from prison, this mental imprisonment I had been in for so long, you guys. We're talking over a decade. And I don't know why it happened, but it did. And since it's happened, it's not that, oh my gosh, everything is perfect now. But there's just so much clarity that came with it. It's like just a whole new level just of just my spirituality and just my life in general. It's just different now. I have this different feeling, this different energy. And yeah, it's just very interesting. So we're actually being asked to be enthusiastic for our lives. If we've been putting our lives on hold, or we've been too busy kind of dreaming about something else and not really focusing on what we do have in front of us and being grateful for the people or the situations in our life, because sometimes we can get caught up in that too, where we're just not happy with what we have, right? I don't like my job, or I hate this, or I hate my house, and I whatever. And then something happens in your life to shake up your reality, a disaster, anything. Suddenly, you're looking at all those very mundane things and you're thinking, wow, I'm just so grateful that I have this. I can't believe that I was so unhappy for so long, like I couldn't see what I had right in front of me. That's literally what I'm getting here. So if you guys have been dreaming, and the reason I'm saying that is because it looks like this child is daydreaming, okay, to me. If we're constantly in that state of daydreaming, thinking of a life that's not like right in front of us, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having goals. But when most of our time is preoccupied thinking about something else, or we're constantly projecting the future, but we're not living in the present, you're going to miss out on so much. So I almost feel like some of you have been distracted and you're being given the key back to your life. You're being given the key to what's been holding you back this entire time. Okay? You're starting to realize that there's something perhaps else out there for you, or that you can live without this particular thing that you wished so badly that you could have. The fact that it hasn't come through yet, or maybe you're coming to that realization that maybe it just won't, you're starting to kind of shift your focus onto, you know what? I think I can find another way to be happy. I think I'm ready to shift gears and go in this direction. It's a really beautiful thing. There's a very liberating energy that's coming through. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. All right, let's continue. Sabriel, if I'm saying that right. And what's kind of cool, because I was just talking about a miracle, an epiphany, an awakening. It almost feels like a miracle. And when I was talking about that wound that I always thought that I was going to be shackled to, that I was never going to be able to be free of, it did feel like a freaking miracle. It really did. So the Lord, the universe, however you guys connect, works in mysterious ways. Miracles are happening all the time. Healing is possible. Letting go of what we feel we're shackled to right now is possible. Happiness is possible. Okay? So, the keywords here: angel of impossible miracles, swift energy. So this is very quick. Astonishing surprises, miracle cures, spark of wonder, rapid healing, vitality. So I'm kind of getting with this, if you guys have been maybe suffering from just a lack of motivation, you've been depressed, maybe you're a creative individual and you're just like, I just don't have any inspiration to create, or I just don't know what the hell I'm even doing in this life. What is my purpose? What is my mission? I just feel so empty and so lost. Well, we have this rapid energy, very swift, quick energy coming through that gives you this wonderful spark. And it's a very astonishing surprise to you that you suddenly just feel so vital again, that you just feel alive again. So I do feel like this is connected. Once you release yourself from this prison, whatever that is for you guys, and it could just be your own thinking. Some of you guys, it could just be your health or your body. So when we start to dedicate more time and energy into making that a priority and a focus, putting more time and effort into our everyday health, our physical bodies, or just even our mental health by stepping outside and maybe, practicing positive, positive affirmations, or just something like that where it helps to shift our mood. We start to feel lighter. We don't feel so heavy. And so I feel like what Spirit's trying to tell us here is that if you guys can just find a way to make a shift, you're going to see how quickly things start to turn around for you. So we're being asked to call on this angel here. Call on me when you need an impossible miracle. I will set a series of events into motion to bring it about. So the stone here is bloodstone, and we have many timelines and surprises. So there may be something, right, on another timeline. If you guys kind of get that whole way of thinking, there could be another timeline, a future timeline, or just some kind of, let's just say, a past timeline that we're still stuck in, or we're also stuck in fantasizing about a future timeline. What I'm getting here is that we can bring it into reality now, okay? We can start to enjoy our lives in this timeline. That's it. In this timeline. So it's not impossible that you can live a happy life, that you can experience happiness in your current life. Okay? It is possible. Let's see what else. We have broken vase. So it says hardship, misfortune, trials to overcome, a crisis, 2 steps back, change of state, grief, fix-it, opportunity, pressure, burden, destroy, adversity, accident, disappointments, and setbacks. Wow. I kind of like this because we have 2 + 3 is 5 and 5. So if you guys are seeing a lot of 5s, angel numbers in the form of 5s, I do feel like Spirit is trying to tell you here that something's about ready to shift and change, okay? So there is going to be this miracle healing where we're going to start feeling better after something that's been broken, maybe a shattered life, a shattered heart, feeling sad, depressed, disappointed. Whatever was a setback, we're actually going to start seeing it as a gain. We're going to see that whatever happened to us, we're going to see the blessing in it. And when we start seeing the blessing of that situation, that maybe it was for our best good, or maybe something had to happen for a particular reason, we're going to start to enter into that feeling of being vital again, a feeling like we're ready, we're stronger because of these setbacks, we're stronger because of these trials and tribulations that we went through. So I feel like we are putting the pieces back together, and it does feel like a miracle because what didn't kill us only made us stronger. Oh, so beautiful. I want to cry. Look. We also have another 5. We have another 5. So 555 to me. Yeah. Stepping stones, the process of arrival, baby steps, progress, how to keep on going, step by step, a way out. So guess what, you guys? You can see here in the picture, there is a way forward here. There's a way towards the light. There's light at the end of the tunnel here. What didn't break you only made you stronger. So you're going to see the miracles. You're going to see a blessing. You're actually going to start feeling just totally different about whatever has happened to you. You're going to see it from a higher perspective, and you're going to just really be really grounded, I feel, in this particular timeline. You're going to feel better than you have in a very long time. King of Swords. Okay, so we have mind over matter, legal matters. So some of you guys, this is not going to be for everybody. Some of you guys have been going through a major legal battle, okay? Maybe you were dealing with somebody that has not acted with integrity. It's not fair what's happened, okay? Maybe you really were just very honest and the other person wasn't honest and they got away with it. They got away. Everything worked out in their favor. It seems like they have everyone on their side, and here you are in your integrity. It really doesn't matter. You were good, honest people, nice guys, last or finished last, blah, 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 all of it. Okay. But what Spirit's trying to say is believe in the miracle of justice. Even if it doesn't seem right now that there is justice in the situation, you're being asked to have faith that eventually things will be just. And you may not be able to witness it with your own eyes. You may not even hear it, but just trust and know that Spirit has basically everyone's back. So anybody that's acting within integrity and truth and in the light, and it's not necessarily about punishment, it's about keeping the scales balanced in life. So whatever it is that you do comes back. So this is telling you to try to detach from any kind of emotional entanglement that you have connected to somebody that did you dirty or did you wrong. Just know that eventually there is going to be justice. Whoever hurt you, whoever did you wrong, at some point is going to get theirs. And it's not like you're sitting around waiting for it, praying for it, wishing for it. It's just something that without a shadow of a doubt is going to happen. So have faith and detach from that. That's it. Just really try to walk away with your head held high. You were a good person. You didn't stoop to this person's level. You didn't do underhanded crap to win in a situation. You were just yourself. Don't let somebody completely break you. Don't let them break your spirit. Don't let somebody else's dark ways ruin you for here on out, for the rest of your life. Don't give it to this person, okay? Know that Spirit has your back. So it's a miracle. And I feel like maybe some of you guys at some point will hear something or see something and you will say, hallelujah. And again, I know that sounds like kind of on the border of, like somebody's getting theirs, but we're only human. How can we not feel good about justice when someone has hurt us, And you guys might even be so over it that you actually feel just a little tinge bad, You might just end up forgiving this individual and walking away. And so when you hear of their demise, you may just feel kind of sad for them, kind of sad. And I know that I felt that over the years, with people where I'm just kind of like, there's times where I've been really angry and I just, I can only pray that they get theirs. And then you hear of something and you're just like, wow, I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemy. Like, I don't hate somebody that much. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, just don't allow this person to hold you back. Don't allow them to hold any kind of power over you. I feel like this is connected to the handcuffs. Okay, it's connected to the handcuffs. Don't cuff yourself to somebody. If somebody also has just a lot of stuff that they're going through, remember the beginning? I'm kind of connecting all of this together. If you have somebody in your life that is going through a legal battle, or they have something where they have a contract with someone and it seems to be getting in the way of your relationship, you might need to just compassionately step aside and let them handle their business, because it could be that when you do this and you just kind of move forward and let go and you just kind of trust the process, that as a miracle, this may actually heal. This may come back in another timeline, as in the future, you and this person may be able to put your relationship back together. But again, this is not a toxic reconnection, as in this person is not the person that did you dirty. This is somebody who may just be caught up with other stuff. So there's kind of two stories here. So just take the one that resonates for you. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get a couple more. We have Daniel, protector of infants and children. Wow. Okay. So this is saying, well, I mean, I think I'm saying wow because I did just get what the divine feminine, the empress with the child. youthful, birth of a child, contagious joy, zest for life, lightness of being, and wonder. What I'm getting here is that there could be a situation for some of you that does involve children, a legal battle, custody with children, or people that have children, or something like that. Okay. But it says here, ask this angel for guidance when you feel down or weighed down. Remember, those chains are weighing us down by life or heavy emotions. I will help you reconnect to the wonder and joy of life. So remember, there's something that's stealing our life. There's something where we feel like we can't move on. We're saturated with maybe wanting justice or just hanging on to a situation where we're trying to change. We may have children with someone. It's not for everybody. But rather than continuously being weighed down by the situation, by trying to either make this relationship work, and I'm not trying to tell anybody to quit their relationship. I'm all for two people that want to go to counseling, that are on the same page, that want to work together. But I'm not talking about people that basically don't want to see themselves as having an issue. A straight up narcissistic person that's blaming you for everything, and they're having an affair on the side and they're trying to blame it all on you. I'm not talking about those kinds of dynamics. I'm talking about two people that want to make a relationship work. And I feel like I have to clarify that because I was accused once of telling people or breaking up marriages, which was really interesting to me. But hey, you know, I can't help how people are going to respond to the messages that come through or my thought processes on things. But I'm married myself, and you know, Mr. Moon and I have had problems, and we've definitely gone to marriage counseling, and we both wanted to make it work, which is why we're still fucking married today. So it takes two is what I'm trying to say. If you're dealing with somebody that doesn't want anything to do with you, that is just constantly creating issues and chaos and trauma in your life and maybe even your children's lives, then that might be what Spirit is saying, is it's time for us to exit the situation, maybe take legal action, start a divorce, start child support, custody arrangements or something, instead of using the excuse, well, I have children with this person. That's kind of what I'm getting in this situation. Protect your children. Sometimes we feel like, well, this is the father of my children, or this is the mother of my children, so I have to do this or I have to do that. I always tell people, go with what you're guided to do. But if people are being traumatized and even abused in a situation, you as the parent have a duty to protect your children. And sometimes that's going to include making decisions that might feel very uncomfortable at first. But in the long run, it could be the best thing for everyone. Okay, so just take that as it resonates for you. Definitely not telling anybody to do anything crazy here, if that's not your story. So let's see what else. Oh, wow. Okay. So I feel like if you guys are in a relationship, or you want to start a family with someone and someone is really pushing back, there is something that is a lie here. There's something that's not right. So I have two stories coming through. I'm just going to speak on both of them. If some of you guys are wanting to start a family with somebody and somebody is giving you all the excuses in the book as to why they don't want to do it, it's simply because they don't want it. Okay? It's not what it seems, as in there's a head trip here, there's head games, there's mind games. Somebody is trying to trick you into believing something that's not true. All right? If you guys have children with someone, there could be something going on as well, as in maybe things are not what they seem. Maybe the family isn't as happy as, we think, or maybe, staying together is not the best thing. That's for some. And there's also this other image coming through where, oh gosh, I just lost it. So I'll get back to it. But anyways, there's something that's just kind of not, it's just not the case here. Something is not right. There's a deception oh, okay, I know what it is. Somebody's telling you that they're working on they're married. Okay. They're in a relationship with someone else, and you're having an affair with them. It's a third party situation, and they're telling you that they're trying to do the best that they can do. They're working things through. Again, that goes back to the earlier message. Step away, pull yourself out of the third party situation, kind of let them do their thing. Okay. Because when you make this decision just to kind of pull away and you detach, you can at least walk away with your head held high, right? This is telling us here that if we're engaged in that kind of situation, it's all screwy. It's like you or your person are making decisions, and we're not even making decisions on what's best for everyone. We're making the decisions on what we're feeling for ourselves. It's a very selfishly motivated decision. And sometimes when people feel that pressure from someone else, they could even end up blaming that other person for the decisions that they make later on. So you don't want to be the reason that your person, if they were to make the decision to leave their family for you, that all of a sudden when they start having issues and problems with that family because of everything that's fallen apart to be with you, that they don't turn around, blame you, and then go back to their family. I'm literally getting this timeline, you guys. I'm getting this potential timeline of something that could happen. So if you're in this kind of situation, let your person figure it out on their own. You don't even need to be tied up in the situation, okay? If you guys are meant to come together and reconcile and be together, and you guys share the same value, you guys will find a way to come together and reconcile and to kind of cross that bridge when it's time. But it's almost like this forward movement isn't going to take place as long as you're caught up in this mirage. Yeah, there's something going on here. It's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of just stuff happening here that we don't need to be involved in. So I'm getting here, let them go until they figure it out. And if they don't figure it out, or they keep making the same excuses, you're not really wasting any time. You're able to walk away with your head held high. You're able to cross this bridge and maybe cross into new territory. And maybe even some of you leave this person behind until they figure it out. And if they don't, you didn't at least put your life on hold and waste years of your life waiting for someone that does not have an intention for some to ever leave their situation. It's just something that they're telling you. I'm not getting that for everyone, but if you guys feel like that's a message for you today, I just want you to take it. Or don't. It's totally fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a tarot on this. Very specific messages are coming through today. Okay, this is the strength. Somebody does not have the strength or the courage to do the right thing. This could be you or your person, but this right here, we got to find a way to step out of the illusion. Okay, so somebody is inadequate. They're lacking confidence. They have a lot of self-doubt, low self-esteem. Somebody could be staying in a situation because they just don't have the strength. So that's going to take some time for them to develop that strength. They're not going to just suddenly get this strength to leave their family just because you tell them that, that's what they need to do. People don't work that way. People have to come to these conclusions on their own. So if someone is going to break apart their family, let's not carry that burden. Let's step away and let them make that choice. Okay? If they want to make it for us, that's on them, but they're not making it to be with us. Maybe a little bit of time and space away from this person. And if they make this choice on their own, when they don't maybe have you to run to, that's real strength. That's real strength, making a decision to do something, knowing that you don't have a backup plan. Okay? So I feel like somebody needs to learn some courage and strength in a situation, because if they can't be strong now, they may not be able to be strong later. So let's pull away and just say, maybe some of you guys are going to communicate this to your partner. Just say, I can't do this anymore. I love you, but I can't do this anymore. If you ever figure it out, let me know. But until then, I got to move on with my life. That's for some. So not everybody. That's for some of you. All right, we're going to get one last message, then we're going to call it a day. Wow. Yiliel, I'm probably not saying that right, but that's okay. Angel of mental force and calmness. Interesting. We have the battles depression, serenity, tech support, reveals lies, stops overthinking, and clarity. Okay, so, oh, did I even read what this one said? Hold on for just a second. I didn't read what this one said. Desert rose, weeks, and yes. So there's like a definite like yes to make a decision, to communicate something or to do something, and within weeks, like weeks time. Okay? It doesn't mean like in a week you have to do something, but when you say yes to caring for yourself, caring for your children, doing the right thing for everyone involved, this right here is an energy where there's a flow. When we say yes to ourselves and we say no to excuses, I feel like there's a way forward here. And then we have the stone Desert Rose. Desert Rose. Isn't that a song from Sting? Is it Sting? Yeah. Desert Rose. I don't know. There could be a special message in that song. But this right here reveals lies. There is something here. There is a lie. Someone's not being honest. Now, they're either not being honest with themselves, or maybe you're not being honest with yourself. But we're getting caught up in this illusion. We're seeing what we want to see. And so this particular angel is saying here, let's take that sword and let's clear out the bullshit. Let's stop making excuses, okay? We also need to stop overthinking and maybe try to be less obsessive with maybe thinking about the problem and just let go for more clarity. So this angel says, I fix gaps between mind and emotion. Now remember, there's something where we need to detach, not completely from our emotions, but if we're really caught up in our emotions and we're making decisions based on how we feel, sometimes that can be, that can create a lot of issues, okay? Because I did get that message where if someone is making a decision like, well, I just really love you and I want to be with you, but I'm not really thinking about how it's going to impact, you know, my kids or my life or my situation. It's in a way, it's like, it's a very like, you know, I'm thinking of only myself. That's just for some. And same thing for the viewer. You guys may really want something very badly, and we're riding that emotional wave, but we're not really grounded in our thinking. We're not rationally thinking about it. We're not weighing the pros and cons because we're fragmented. We're so caught up in like maybe even a fantasy or how we feel that we're not even thinking straight. So this angel is coming through and helping us mentally, helping us to calm our emotions. So I fix gaps between minds and emotions, and I help you navigate complex situation and people playing mind games. What? Can't make this up. I mean, here's the mind game energy here. So this angel wants you guys to know, oh my gosh, Pearl, look at this. So it's all connected here. There is some wisdom. There's something that you're going to learn. Now, the first message was very much about letting someone fix their life, letting them go. And whatever lies they're telling you or telling themselves, and lies don't necessarily mean that somebody is deliberately trying to deceive you or hurt you. Sometimes people do not have the tools to be honest. They don't know how. They deal with a lot of guilt and a lot of trauma from their childhood to where they stuff everything down. So that can technically be a lie. Okay, so it doesn't have to be this crazy, toxic situation for everyone. For some of you, it is. But this is something where you're going to be able to kind of clear away some of that bullshit that's being dealt to you. You're going to very calmly tell someone, you know, I understand where you're coming from, but you also have to understand where I'm coming from. I can't continue to wait for you. I can't continue to put my life on hold for you. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that doesn't want you to move on, even though they're not willing to change their situation. So we do have a Pearl, January, and be assertive. So we've gotten a lot of of months here, not in this one, which is interesting, but the months that we did get, you guys, we had, not even that one. We had September, we had October, and now we have January. So there's something about fall and winter. Now, of course, depending on where you're at in the world, I just feel that there are two major seasons where perhaps something has been brought to your attention. It's kind of like, what more do you need to see in this situation? Okay, it's time. It's time to say yes to, being assertive, communicating your truth, and basically saying, this is how it is, and this is what I'm doing, kind of thing. Or just say nothing. You're asserting yourself, and you're just asserting yourself right out of a situation. Okay, for some. You no longer wish to be a part of this optical illusion. You can't do it anymore. Yeah. But you're doing this though with calmness. It's not this crazy Queen of Swords coming in and just basically like taking that sword and taking heads. It's not like that kind of energy. You have a forceful way with your word. You mean what you say, you're assertive, but also you're coming across as, you know what? I really respect myself. It's a very empowering energy. You're telling somebody your needs. You're putting up healthy boundaries. You're saying no more. Even if you're not having a conversation with somebody, you're affirming this to yourself. I will no longer put my life on hold for people that don't make me a priority. Or I'm no longer going to plug into a fantasy where there's no actual reality in this situation, that anything that I'm thinking or feeling is true. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes we're caught up in a limerent state. There's a lot of good videos out there on limerence. I've been in limerence a few times in my life, so I totally know. And of course, when you come out of it, you're just like, wow, like that's crazy that maybe it wasn't what I thought, but I did learn something. It actually helped me in some ways. So not everything is a complete loss. Sometimes what we go through, with what we're thinking and how we're responding to situations, is actually quite helpful in healing. So it's not a loss. There's usually a gain in everything. So that is the message, something where we are revealing lies, we're speaking truth, we're opening our eyes, we're no longer making excuses, we're making healthier decisions in our lives. I love it. And we're doing it with power. Thunderstorm. So this is saying energy shift. So there is a conflict here, but it says triumph over evil. Remember, there is kind of like this dark energy. And when I say dark energy, I do believe that some of you guys are dealing with someone that's straight up toxic. Okay. And others of you are dealing with someone who's just damaged. So just be discerning and, discern for yourself if this feels right for you. But the person that doesn't have the tools to make certain decisions, this is just about you being very calm and unconditionally letting them go and allowing them that time and space that they need to work their life out. And if they return, beautiful. And if they don't, no hard feelings. It's that kind of an unconditional love. There are others of you that there's a warning. There is a person, like a tyrannical energy of someone who is running like a ruckus in your life, creating nothing but conflict for you. And you are going to be the warrior. Okay? You are going to triumph over this energy. Triumph over evil, triumph over this darkness. Hell yes. You are absolutely on your way to this. You absolutely are. Okay? It's beautiful. Oh, I love the fox. I love it. You're going to do it in a very stealthy way. So we do have deceit, trap. Some of you guys are dealing with somebody that's very, very crafty. But let me tell you something. Some of you guys are actually going to be able to outsmart this person. So it's not about jumping into the ring and acting dirty too, because I definitely see that you guys are acting within truth and integrity. So that light is going to outweigh the darkness. That you're going to triumph over this evil with the light energy. But the fox is also very smart, pays attention. All right. observes the opponent, knows when to do this, knows when to do that. So there might be some of you guys that have issues with feeling really guilty. You're so nice. It's not who you are to be a Queen of Swords. It's not really in your makeup to be this aggressive, assertive person. So for some of you guys, that might not feel like it sounds like you, or you just might not feel comfortable in that energy. So I'd be the fox. The fox is different. The fox looks very cute, but it's very crafty, very stealthy, knows that something ain't right, but isn't gonna alert you that they're on to you. So this is about being a little bit different. There's red flags here. You know your opponent. You know your opponent lies. You know your opponent is creating havoc in your lives, but you're becoming smarter because you've been observing, you've been paying attention. And it's not like you're getting obsessed with this process, but you're learning how to handle your opponent in a different way, because sometimes this type of energy just doesn't work. Sometimes you just can't even communicate. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. So maybe don't answer your phone. Maybe block this person. Maybe pull out of social media altogether. These are just examples. Maybe no longer speak to people that know your person. If this is about another person. Play your cards differently. See what happens. I'm getting here, this will trip up your opponent, and you're not doing this to get a reaction. You're simply doing this because you're done with the bullshit. That's it. You're tired of this person creating a shitstorm in your life. You're not dealing with it anymore. So, wow, these messages were just so interesting today. I just never know what's going to come through with these kind of readings, which is why I love keeping them open like this. And we have the Messenger of Swords. Oh my God. Do you guys see this? Playing mind games. Somebody is playing games. You're beating somebody at their own game because you're not really playing the game with them any longer. So this right here, we're not speaking our truth. We have nothing to say. Say nothing. Cut contact with someone. Stop allowing somebody to play a mind game with you. Now, obviously, if some of you guys are legally tied to people, Mr. Moon and I, just so you know, we've been dealing with the situation for a long time, and I'll save it for another time because I don't want to interject this energy into this reading. But we've been dealing with this, you guys, ever since him and I got together in 2010. And what a nightmare it has been. And it still is, even to this day. You would think that people would move on and that they would no longer, use certain tactics to try to ruin your life. But some people are so narcissistic, they just can't help themselves. So we just have nothing to say. We pull away as much as we can, even though there are children that still connect. We know, we have studied the opponent. We know exactly what works and what doesn't work. We know when there are things that are going to be, this person is obviously doing something because they're looking to gain something out of the situation. Oh, we're not going to take the bait. Just no contact, done. We're not even falling into that. Oh, it has nothing to do with the kids. It has nothing to do with anything that legally connects us. We're done. And even if sometimes it is, it's still a manipulation. So I feel like the reason that Spirit is using my energy and what I've gone through, because I feel like some of you guys are going through something like this with someone in your life. Okay? They could be gossiping about you. They could just laugh in your face. They might make you feel dumb. So what I'm getting here, cut frickin' contact as much as you possibly can. Keep it in email. Nobody says that you have to have an actual phone call. You do not have to answer the phone for anybody. It can be through text. It can be through an email. And you can even get the authorities involved, and it can be through a liaison. There's nothing that says that you have to deal with somebody that is an abuser and a game player and somebody that's making your life a living hell. You don't have to do it. So I have no idea why that's coming up today, but it is. So I know that I said it was going to be the last message, but I kind of want to get the bottoms of all the decks. So we're going to put them all here. I'm going to pop them over and just see what our parting message is for you guys out there. Okay. All right. So the bottom of this deck, we have the Ruler of Virtues, another card that says miracles. So Sidriel, maybe? Ruler of Virtues, miracles, creates out of nothing, solutions, reverses hopeless situations, intervention. Fall, very significant for the energy that just came up earlier. So we have the stone jasper, and jasper is very grounding, you guys, very grounded stones. But it says there's a way out. So some of you guys feel stuck. I just said this. There is a way out. You are not handcuffed to this person or this situation, whatever this is. There is a way out. Okay? There is a way out. So when you feel all hope is lost, this angel can help you successfully navigate what may seem like an impossible situation. Yeah. So some of you guys might feel like you are just overwhelmed with the amount of grief and the amount of crap that you're dealing with when it comes to somebody. But this reading today and all the energy that has come through is saying that your angels are coming through for you in a big way. You just really have to believe, and you also have to take the guidance. And this guidance is leading you out of the situation, not to continuously stay stuck and invest. You can let go with love in your heart and forgiveness and unconditional love, but to continue to try to make this work and stay in a shit situation is not what we're being told today in this reading. It's a little bit, oh my gosh, it's a little bit more hardcore message here. Baggage, yes, see, excess, that's it. This is baggage at this point. For some of you guys, it might just be somebody else's baggage. You don't have to. It is a choice. And some of you guys could deal with guilt, like, well, I feel guilty because I don't want to deal with this person's crap anymore. It depends on what kind of baggage we're talking about. So if somebody has just a lot of issues, if somebody has mental issues, narcissism, borderline, anything, that's really tough. That's not going to work for everybody. There are sometimes people that are so mentally ill that they're not going to be able to pull out of it. So it is a risk that you take. This is also when you connect with people that have addictions or that are abusive or that have been abused. So we have to determine whether or not this is something that we want to continue to try to intervene with, because it says intervention. We're trying to intervene, trying to save someone. All we're doing is we're just taking them on as baggage. We might feel fear that, I don't want to let this person go. I'm afraid to let this person go. I feel guilty letting this person go. This could be connected to if you're dealing with someone that has a lot of guilt issues. They've got a lot of baggage that they still have to deal with, which is one of the reasons why it might be smart for you to give them that time and space that they need to deal with their baggage. You don't want to also become this person's baggage. That's what I'm seeing. And we have the Cancer card, so King of Water. So this says timing within 1 to 3 months during the summer from June 22nd to July 21st. The ruling planet is the moon. It says gentle and conservative, feeling nurturing and defensive. Complex resists change. Okay, so I feel like this is probably either you or the person that is resisting change. Cancer is home. I feel like this can be a father or a husband. There's somebody that is feeling like their situation is hopeless. They'll never be able to leave that situation. Now, this isn't saying that they can or they can't. It is up to them. They have free will, okay? And so do you. Same thing. So it's all about knowing that there is a way out. If we believe it, if we really, really, truly want something and we really believe it, we can leave any situation that we want to. So somebody that's giving you a lot of excuses, or a lot of excuses that maybe you're making, or maybe you're making excuses for someone else, there is a way out. I don't give a shit what someone's circumstances are. If somebody wants out, they will find a frickin' way. If somebody is into you and somebody loves you and somebody wants to really be with you, they will find a way to make it happen. Everything else is just baggage and bullshit. That's it. So maybe by the summer, there's going to be some sort of a resolution of these issues for some. Okay. So we do have summer, fall, autumn, and winter. Okay. So I know I said I was going to take the bottom card, but I just felt like shuffling these. So I'm just going to now turn it over. Oh, look at you. This is the viewer. This is you guys. Look at what you're doing here. You are just in your fiery, confident energy. You're going strong, okay? You're courageous. You're facing the music. You're facing the challenges, and you're doing it with energy and confidence. It also says trendsetter. What I'm getting for some of you is that you may be a divine feminine that is leading the way, a way shower for a divine masculine or your person on how it's done. So some of you guys could have been stuck with someone, or you're dealing with third party all the way around. You're married, they're married, and you have left your situation. And you're kind of waiting now for your other person to do the same. So you've done this for yourself, and you may be an inspiration to your person, but you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? That's what I got for you guys. So anyways, just take what resonated for you and get rid of anything that did not. All right, you guys, I will be with you guys again on Friday for the full moon in Virgo. We're going to go ahead and do some charms and some cards and all kinds of fun stuff for that full moon energy. So I'll see you guys then. Take care. Bye-bye.